So welcome everyone, welcome to the Future of Marketing and Agencies, and thank you so much for making it. We have quite a lot of competition. We have people coming back from Glastonbury, we have people coming back from Cannes. We even have one of our panelists who did come back from Cannes at 1:30 this morning, so we're delighted to have her with us. We also have the sunshine, and many, many other things. So we're delighted in the seniority, the quality of our audience. That's the way to look at it, even though some people have dropped off the list as the day went through today. But a huge welcome to you. If you want to tweet, you can see up there our Wi-Fi and password. Feel free as you go through the evening. So my name's Janet Hull. I'm Director of Marketing Strategy at the IPA. And my role here tonight is to introduce proceedings and then to chair the panel as we go through. So just a few words of introduction to get us started. So it was 10 years ago almost that we produced our first report, The Future of Advertising and Agencies. Now one lady in the audience has been reading this in the library even today. So this document actually was fundamental in helping the industry adapt to the world that we now live in. And it was on that basis that 10 years on we thought we should look at it again. 10 years ago we were asking questions. What will advertising mean? How big will the advertising market be? How will the competitive set change? What will agencies look like? And how will agencies get paid? Quite fundamental issues. And in that sense, we've moved forward this time with our report on one big dimension, because the report you're going to take away today extends beyond just advertising and agencies to the future of marketing and agencies. And this time round, we've embraced the CMO community as well as the agency community. But the important dynamic is that the perspective we've taken is not expenditure in the market, but how consumers will act and behave in the market in the next 10 years. So hopefully that's what you've come for. Your reward for coming tonight is to be the first to get your hands on the printed version of this document, which will be with you at the end of the evening. What we feel is so important and helpful about this report is that it isn't just done by a researcher or an independent research company. It's actually the collective intelligence of people who work in the industry, practitioners from client and agency side. In fact, to get to the words you've got in the document you will receive, more than 100 people have been involved. And they've come both from the agency community, but they've also come through the CMO benchmarking group to the client community. We haven't just done one piece of research and left it there either. This whole program has been a continuous evolution. So we got to a certain point at Adweek Europe. Some of you may have come along to that. And we actually used that forum to get more intelligence and to take the project forward. So we had platforms at Adweek Europe, which were run by the Future Foundation, with panel discussions with clients that began to talk about the model we're showing you tonight. But also at that event, we held VIP workshops and brainstorms so that we used the people who were actually at Adweek Europe to take the thinking forward. And then we did a mini launch, a pre-launch if you like, at the Future Foundation conference in June this year. We actually spoke at Cannes last week in slightly more relaxed surroundings than we have here. And now tonight we're giving you the full iteration. The way in which you've tackled the report is again to provide a framework for you to think about how the future will happen, setting the context, creating a model of consumer engagement which you can benchmark yourself against, looking at the implications for brands, what that means for marketing, what that means for agencies, and giving you lots of background context as we go through and lots of quotations as well. So without further ado, it's really for Melanie to take you through the main findings. Most of you, I'm sure, will know Melanie. I've always been very impressed by the fact that Melanie founded her company, the Future Foundation, and then left it, and then found it again. So she has true entrepreneurial spirit. She actually sold it to one of these big marketing technology companies called Experian, one of the ones that is obviously invading our space at the moment, and found it a culture she just could not work with, which says something about her conversation today. And actually left the company and then bought it back from them. I call that brave. And then here she is again, taking us through her findings. Thanks, Melanie.